Good morning, everybody. Already we have completed first chapter of history, class 12, Indus Valley civilization, which was also known as the Harappan culture. Beta, our second chapter is going to start from today, and as you know, this chapter is known as the history of 600 BCE to 600 AD. And this chapter is going to start with the history of Sarnath. Do you know what is the relation of Sarnath of this chapter? The relation of Sarnath of this chapter was the James Prinsep was identified this archaeological site, which was famous for the birthplace of Buddhism, Ashoka pillars, and one of the very important city of Mauryan period. But after decline of Indus Valley civilization, after 1500 years, a new kind of historical regime was going to start in India. This is also known as the Rigvedic period, in which our four Vedas were written. And after 600 BC, which is also known as the Later Vedic age, and 600 BCE is very, very important of our history. Why this 600 BC is also known as the turning point of our history? Because this is the first time when we started a revolutionary change in our agricultural sector. Number two, this is the time when our first empire, Magad Empire, was set up. Third, first time we have started the iron tools in India. As you know, in Harappan culture, there is no idea of iron. Only we have the bronze tools we were using in this period. And another is the rise of Buddhism, rise of Jainism, rise of Vaishnavism. These all are a very, very important religious revolution after the 600 BCE. And this period is also known as the period of Mahajanpad. What is the meaning of Mahajanpad? Mahajanpad is a term of Sanskrit which is derived from the Janpad. And Janpad means the two words, Jan means the people and Pad means the foot, means a place where first time put the foot by human being. A place where established the first civilization. First, you can say the village was introduced as a Janpad, and there are 16 Mahajanpad in our ancient time according to the Anguttar Nikaya, a very famous Buddhist literature. And this Mahajanpad was very interesting political units first time in India. There are some very important Mahajanpads in ancient time, as for example Magad, Vajji, Mats, Koshal, Kuru, Panchal, Asmak. You can say the Gandhar. These all were some very important Mahajanpad. There are 16 Mahajanpad which were spreaded in different part of the Indian subcontinent. As for example, Gandhar is in Pakistan in present time. The capital of Gandhar was Takshila, and Asmak was the most southern part of the Indian subcontinent, means Indian peninsula. So these are the location of Mahajanpad. Beta, do you know the Mahajanpad? What was the form of Mahajanpad? Actually, there was a particular capital of Mahajanpad. Second, the capital city of a Mahajanpad was surrounded by a very strong boundary. It was under a citadel. Some capital of Mahajanpad was also open. In some Mahajanpad there was a monarchical system, but in some Mahajanpad was the Sanghaj, the republican system, the democratic system. Beta, already we have a study in class 10th. The republican system was started from France, but it is not absolutely correct. The first republican system, the first democratic system was started from ancient India. The Gautam Buddha and Vaishali was some important Mahajanpad where was the republican system. Beta, here a very important question is going to rise. Why the reason of Magad emerged as a first empire of India? As you know, the Magad was the first empire of India, and the capital of Magad was Rajgah. Then after Rajgah, known as the Rajgrih, it means the house of king. It was located in present Bihar, which was surrounded by three sides of hills. And then after this empire was started from Bimbisar to Nand dynasty, Haryak dynasty. Some important rulers were Bimbisar, Ajatasattu, Mahapadmanand, Ghananand, and then after the Chandragupta Maurya. When the Mauryan dynasty was established on Magad, Udayan was the first king of this Magad empire, who made the capital Pataliputra of this Magad empire. This Magad empire was spreaded in present time Gaya, Patna, Nalanda, these all regions. But here the question is going to rise. What are important reasons that the first empire was Magad? Because in this region, one of the most fertile agricultural land was available. There were so many iron mines were available. This is the reason of forest area from which they collected so many resources. Ganga rivers and some other rivers were also across this region. And as you know, the rivers were not only the lifeline, but it was a means of transportation. It was also very protected area because so many hills were spreaded around this empire, this Rajgrih area. So many great kings were also ruled over the Magad empire. So slowly this Magad empire emerged as a first empire of India. Beta, Chandragupta Maurya was the first king to establish the Mauryan dynasty in this region. The capital of this Mauryan dynasty was Pataliputra. With the help of Chanakya, he ruled over the Mauryan dynasty and he defeated the Nanda dynasty was uprooted by Chandragupta Maurya. And how to know about this Mauryan dynasty. Because there are so many educational, so many resources to construct the past of this Mauryan dynasty, as for example literary resources, Arthashastra, even the so many literatures, Ashoka pillars, Deepbans, Mahabans, the Sri Lankan literature, Buddhist literature, coins, archaeological tools, travelers' accounts. As for example, the Indica was a very famous literature written by Megasthenes, who was the ambassador of Greek. So these all are some very important sources to know about the Mauryan dynasty. The Mauryan dynasties was the first empire of India who established, who construct a very strong structure of administration. The stable army of India was the Magad, means Mauryan army was the first army of Indian history who established permanently, who were getting a regular salary, a very strong army. And as you know, during this reason, the area of India was spreaded to the boundary of Persia, and a very large area, Indian subcontinent, was under the control of Mauryan dynasty. Of course, Ashoka, Bindusar were great king. There were a very effective administrative structure. Mauryan Empire was ruled by a monarchical system. There were 5 important provinces. There were so many committees of 6 subcommittees. There were a very regular income based revenue system. There were a very effective spy system. So beta, in this chapter we are going to discuss on so many topics. This is a chapter to know about our ancient India. And beta, first of all you will know about the revenue system, what was the features of our society, who were Devanam Piyadasi, why the Gupta dynasty is also known as the golden era of ancient India, what were foreign relation with India during this period. Beta, we will so many interesting topic we will discuss in this chapter. But first of all, I am going to give some important questions in written way. After this discussion, after this interesting talking, you should focus under this discussion. This is totally based on the second chapter, and there will be a map work. There will be so many board model questions also comes from this chapter. So we have to focus on this chapter. We will also discuss about the Brahmanical chronicles, features of Ashoka pillars. So now, with the protection of yourself during this lockdown period, we must complete our syllabus slowly. So now please open your notebook, and I am just going to send some important questions based on this discussion. Note in your notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.